Tentative Monday morning to you, and get ready for a new blast of brutal cold.
Yeah, the next round of frigid Arctic air on the move and headed our way. It is December 8th. This is today. Deep freeze, millions waking up to new winter weather alerts.
I've never seen this much snow this early, so it's not a good sign.
And even more dangerously low temperatures this morning. Owl's got the full forecast, including where the records could fall this time. Doubling down, President Trump suggesting he could expand the military's bombing campaign against alleged drug smugglers in the Caribbean.
We know every route, we know every house, we know where they live.
As pressure continues to mount on Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to release the video of that controversial double tap boat strike. The details in a live report from Washington. Breaking overnight on the attack, Russia unleashes a massive wave of strikes across Ukraine just hours after the White House said Moscow was on board with its peace plan. Straight ahead, where negotiations go from here. In the spotlight, prosecutors revealing new evidence against accused CEO killer Luigi Mangione, including a so-called survival kit found during his arrest. We'll have the latest as he heads back to court today. Gifts galore. The holiday shopping season heading into overdrive. With just 2 weeks to go now, we've got your top tips for finding the best presents at the best prices. Those stories plus Santa's shortage. They're the season's hottest decorations and nearly impossible to find giant jolly old St. Nick's.
Oh my God, I can't believe we found it.
Just ahead, how tracking them down has turned into a mad dash. And golden.
He isn't just competing, he is redefining this sport.
U.S. figure skating stars dominating the last major event before the Winter Olympics, led by a historic performance from
this is
the
a
quad
once-in-a-generation skater.
We will have the highlights with Olympic excitement building today, Monday, December 8th, 2025.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today, Monday morning. Glad you're with us, baby. It's cold outside.
It is cold outside. I'll tell you, though, it was hot on that ice over the weekend. As you mentioned, there he is, the quad god himself. So much has been made about this U.S. Olympic figure skating team, perhaps it being the best we've seen in recent memory. If the weekend was any indication, that may be true.
Our team looks good. The future is bright.
Yes, we'll get to that in just a moment. But we do start on this Monday morning with another week of bitter cold temperatures ahead.
Yeah, here's the view of the tree right here at Rockefeller Center. Christmas now just 17 days away. The temperature isn't much higher than that number, by the way, 30 degrees right now. And it's much of the same in the other spots as well. East of the Mississippi, temps are 5 to 15 degrees below average and set to drop even lower later in the week.
And it follows a brutal weekend of winter storms and heavy snow causing major accidents from the Midwest to the Northeast, and more winter weather is on the way. 12 million are under alerts across parts of the South and Mid-Atlantic. In fact, this was the scene at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport overnight. The morning commute said to be another messy one.
Well, we've got all points covered, including Al's forecast. Let's get started. NBC's Maggie Vespa. Maggie, don't be mad at us. I see you're outside there. Good morning.
Oh, Savannah, Craig, good morning. We can never be mad. We can be openly jealous, but we can never be mad. We are coming to you this morning from Rockford, Illinois. More than a foot of snow on the ground with temperatures hovering in the single digits. It is frigid out here, and severe winter weather making a mess across much of the country this weekend, with now, this morning, another system already firing up and heading east.
This morning, millions of Americans waking up to yet another blast of brutal winter weather. Cold temps and Arctic air hitting the East Coast today, with some areas getting as much as 5 inches of snow. This after fast-moving weekend systems brought bitter cold and heavy snow from the Great Plains to the Northeast, making roads treacherous. In northern Illinois, this semi-truck jackknifed off the highway, while this drone video shows crews pulling a car to safety after it landed in a snowbank. Some areas in South Dakota and Iowa getting more than 8 inches of snow.
So I've been in Chicago, I think, 4 years now, and since I moved here, it's not been this bad.
In Chicago, where wind chills are in the teens, residents bracing for a long winter ahead.
For the last 7 or 8 years, never seen this much snow this early. So it's not a good sign.
This same setup bringing more rain to the soggy southeast, where an additional inch may lead to localized flooding.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, bro. This is the coldest, winteriest, iciest winter, December I've ever experienced living in the state of Arkansas.
Severe weather snarling air travel across the country with thousands of flight delays reported Sunday. And ground stops in Chicago and Atlanta where passengers were waiting for bags in the early morning hours.
It has not been fun at all. It has been very slow, very draining.
But the snow didn't halt NFL games Sunday. Crews cleaning snow off Lambeau Field in Green Bay.
He pumps. He throws.
While the Bills celebrated their win over the Bengals with snow angels.
Yeah, do what you have to do to enjoy it, right? Back here in Illinois, for what it's worth, the National Weather Service saying that in this area, in Rockford, they've already gotten more than 17 inches of snow just in the last few weeks. That is the strongest start to the snow season this area has seen since 1905, guys.
All right, Maggie, thank you.
All right, so those snow angels there at the Buffalo game. Looks like we might see some more snow angels today, huh, Mr. Roker?
Yeah, especially in places you're not necessarily expecting it. Good morning, everybody. 14 million people. We are looking at winter storm warnings now throughout much of central Virginia, from Roanoke to just west of Norfolk. You can see showers and some icy conditions from Asheville, but we're looking at that snow starting to develop before it's all over the next 24 hours. We're talking some places between Roanoke and Richmond getting up to 6, maybe even 8 inches of snow in some of the more hillier terrain. The other big story, of course, the cold. Right now, it feels like 18 in Chicago, -3 in Des Moines, 12 in Cleveland, New York City, the wind chill 23, and that's just going to get worse as temperatures during the day along the I-95 corridor are actually going to be falling. So this afternoon, it's going to feel like -3 in Bangor, 20 in D.C., 13 in Columbus, 10 in Chicago. That's going to be the high temperature feels. Then as we move into early to mid-week, temperatures actually warm up. Mid-40s into New York, mid-40s in Boston, 50 in Charleston by Wednesday, 39 in Chicago by Wednesday. But then temperatures, guys, take a big plunge, especially Great Lakes into the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. So it is going to be staying below normal as far as those temps are concerned, guys, here in the East.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Also this morning, the Trump administration doubling down on its campaign against alleged drug smugglers in Latin America. The president now suggesting it could soon enter a new phase with possible land strikes, even as his embattled defense secretary, Pete Hegseth, faces more pressure over those deadly attacks at sea. NBC's senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez has the latest now. Gabe, good morning.
Hey there, Savannah. Good morning. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth skirted questions over the weekend about whether the administration will release the full video of that controversial airstrike. Now, some lawmakers have seen it behind closed doors, and so far their interpretations are drastically different based on party lines.
Overnight, President Trump on the red carpet, hosting the Kennedy Center honors here in Washington. While on Capitol Hill, the scrutiny on those controversial airstrikes in the Caribbean intensifies.
That all of these strikes are unlawful. They're a form of extrajudicial killing.
Congress investigating that controversial double-tap strike in early September that killed 11 people, including 2 survivors who lived through the initial attack. Lawmakers who saw video of that second strike behind closed doors pushing for its release. While Democrats say the video shows an attack on defenseless survivors, Republicans say they saw something different.
It looked at one point like they were trying to flip the boat back over, presumably to rescue its cargo and continue their mission.
Despite the president last week signaling he'd be willing to publicly release the video,
whatever they have, we'd certainly release, no problem.
Hegseth this weekend was not committal.
Whatever we were to decide to release, we'd have to be very responsible about. So we're reviewing that right now.
And defended the strike.
From what I understood then and what I understand now, I fully support that strike. I would have made the same call myself.
Admiral Frank Bradley, who says he ordered the follow-up strike after consulting with a military attorney, told lawmakers in closed-door testimony the boat was traveling from Venezuela to Suriname, another country in South America, and that the drugs were bound for Europe or Africa, not the U.S. That's according to an official and a person familiar with last week's briefing. The sources also said military aircraft overhead spotted the 2 survivors waving their arms. despite Democrats arguing their killing was a war crime, a defiant Hegseth pledging more attacks.
We will keep killing them so long as they are poisoning our people with narcotics.
As American troops arrive in Puerto Rico for training. And it all comes as President Trump has said he might target drug smugglers by land, not just in Venezuela, but in other countries too.
We're going to start that same process on land because we know every route, we know every house, we know where they live.
Now, according to two U.S. officials and a person familiar with the congressional briefings, Admiral Bradley told lawmakers that U.S. intelligence had confirmed the identities of the 11 people on that boat and validated them as legitimate targets. Savannah?
All right, Gabe Gutierrez at the White House. Thank you. Quick programming note. We want to tell you about a special event in Washington tomorrow with Spencer Cox, the Republican governor of Utah, and Josh Shapiro, the Democratic governor of Pennsylvania. We're going to sit down with them at the National Cathedral in Washington. This conversation is part of its Better Way series. We'll be airing it for the NBC News initiative, Finding Common Ground. This will stream on NBC News Now tomorrow night. We'll have highlights for you Wednesday morning here on Today, but hope you'll tune in.
Yeah, certainly looking forward to that. Meanwhile, we turn now to the war in Ukraine. Russia launching a massive new wave of attacks over the weekend, even as U.S.-led talks to end nearly 4 years of fighting continue to play out. NBC's Molly Hunter joins us now with the very latest developments. Molly, good morning.
Craig, good morning to you. That's right. Massive attacks over the weekend targeting nuclear power plants and train stations. Now, this comes as the U.S. ramps up pressure on Ukraine to get a deal done. And President Zelensky is in London today, meeting with European leaders from France, Germany, and the U.K. in a last-ditch effort to strengthen Ukraine's hand in these negotiations.
Overnight, Russian drones pounded the northeastern region of Sumy, injuring at least 7 people, according to officials, as emergency workers battled the blaze, evacuating civilians from this apartment building. As the massive Russian attacks keep coming, President Trump told reporters Ukrainian President Zelensky isn't ready to sign the U.S.-authored peace proposal.
I'm a little bit disappointed that President Zelensky hasn't yet read the proposal. That was as of a few hours ago.
Following 3 days of talks between Ukrainian and American negotiators in the U.S., Trump said he believed Russia is on board.
Russia's fine with it. Russia, I guess, would rather have the whole country when you think of it. But Russia is, I believe, fine with it. But I'm not sure that Zelensky is fine with it.
But Russian President Putin has made no sense, saying in his nightly address he expects information about everything that was said by Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner when they met with Putin in Moscow last week. Adding he'd spoken to Trump's envoy and son-in-law over the weekend, calling it a constructive conversation, though not an easy one. The American president wants a deal and is tiring of the shuttle diplomacy, his eldest son taking questions in Doha this weekend.
But is your hunch that President Trump is going to walk away?
I think he may. What's good about my father and what's unique about my father is you don't know what he's going to do.
But as Russian attacks target key infrastructure, for Ukrainians facing a fourth Christmas plunged into freezing darkness, a dignified deal that ends the fighting without a full capitulation to Russian demands can't come soon enough.
Now, over the weekend, we also heard from the outgoing American envoy to Ukraine, Keith Kellogg, who said they were in the last 10 yards of this process, so close. But he said there were 2 outstanding issues, sticking points, including territory that Ukraine may have to give up and the fate of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Craig?
All right. Molly Hunter for us there. Molly, thank you.
A key pretrial hearing resumes today for Luigi Mangione, the man accused of killing a top healthcare CEO here in New York. NBC's Stephanie Goss joins us from the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Steph, good morning.
Savannah, good morning. Over the weekend, the district attorney's office releasing these new images of evidence discovered on Luigi Mangione in that McDonald's, including a handwritten note that they're describing as a to-do list.
This morning, a closer look at some of the items police say they found on accused killer Luigi Mangione the day of his arrest at an Altoona, Pennsylvania McDonald's.
I have a customer here that some other customers were suspicious of, that he looked like the CEO shooter from New York.
The latest batch of photos from the Manhattan DA's office includes a handwritten note with a list of items, a USB, digital cam, and trash bags, and a future to-do list, including a survival kit. Police also collecting a USB drive that Mangione had around his neck, his clothes, a bus ticket to Pittsburgh, zip ties, and a pocket knife. All of it seized once police found the Ivy League grad 5 days after the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, hundreds of miles away in New York City. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office releasing this video of the chilling moments after the shooting outside a New York City hotel. In the footage, you can see the shooter walk towards the victim before crossing the street. Minutes later, police and an ambulance arrive at the scene.
Got a male, unknown race, black mask, cream-colored jacket, black gloves, about 5'10".
An officer who searched Mangione's backpack when he was taken into custody is expected to provide key testimony this week. The defense claims that patrolwoman Christy Wasser searched Mangione's backpack, finding a loaded gun magazine before obtaining a warrant. According to a defense motion, Wasser tried to cover up an illegal, warrantless search of the backpack, claiming she suddenly stated that she was searching through the backpack at McDonald's to make sure there wasn't a bomb or anything. Prosecutors say police on the scene searched the bag without a warrant, in part because they were concerned for their safety.
The defense wants everything found in that backpack tossed out for the upcoming trial. Their client has pleaded not guilty to federal and state murder charges. Now, Luigi Mangione was sick on Friday, but he is expected back in court today. Guys, back to you.
Stephanie Gosk at the courthouse. Thank you.
Lots more to get to here on a Monday, including the new fallout over a new vaccine guideline. The CDC's advisory panel, with members handpicked by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., reversing a 3-decade-long recommendation that all babies receive the first dose of the vaccine for hepatitis B at birth. NBC's Ann Thompson joins us now with more on all of it. So first of all, let's just set the stage here and give us some background. What are the risks that come with hepatitis B, and what are we seeing right now around the country in terms of cases?
So when it comes to hepatitis B, the danger for infants is that the disease can be transmitted from the mom to the baby during the birthing process. And then after birth, it can also be transmitted through either if you share a toothbrush or nail clippers, because it's transferred through bodily fluids. So that's the danger. But this has been an enormously successful program over the last 3 decades. And I think that's why people are kind of scratching their heads over the change, because they saw the number of cases when this program started. It was about 20,000 children who had Hep B a year. It's now less than 20. The CDC it believes that the program prevented 6 million infections and more than 1 million deaths. So
if you're a mom today, you're having a baby, you're at the hospital, what is this? What effect does this really have? I mean, no one's telling you you can't get the Hep B vaccine, but are they not going to suggest it anymore?
What the CDC panel recommends is that the change comes for moms who test negative for Hep B. Their infants in the past would they'd suggest, yes, you should get them, and most of them did. Now it is talk to your doctor if you test negative and weigh the benefits and risks of getting the vaccine.
Is there some rule that you have to follow, the CDC?
No, it depends on the states. The CDC makes a recommendation, but states mandate whether or not you have to have the vaccine. All right. And the thing frustrating the medical community is there's no data to back up this change, the need for the change.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Ann. We'll turn back to the weather now, get the rest of the forecast.
Yeah, guys, so the good news, other than the cold and some snowy conditions in the mid-Atlantic states, not too bad out there. Very windy through the plains, plenty of sunshine from the Central Plains into Texas. The next big problem going to be the Pacific Northwest. We're going to look at that coming up in the next half hour. But we're going to get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
We're back at 7:30 with a look at our plaza crowd, basking in the glow of that majestic 75-foot Norway spruce across the street. Look at that.
It's poetic almost.
Meanwhile, inside Studio 1A, we're welcoming Carson Daly in, who just got back from, I would imagine, what the kids would call a core memory. This is a visit to the Vatican?
Yeah, we were at the Vatican, my wife and I, and being a former altar boy, you can imagine, it was my first time in Rome, first time in the Vatican, and got a chance to spend some time with Pope Leo.
Wow.
On 2 separate occasions, so it was quite magical, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it coming up.
We do feel you have an aura around you this morning.
That's called jet lag.
Yeah. Thank you, Carson.
Holy jet lag, though.
Looking forward to that. We'll start this half hour with what could be called the nightmare before Christmas for some homeowners.
Yeah, people are taking to social media complaining about a shortage of giant Santas, saying that those massive decorations are nearly impossible to find in stores.
NBC's Emily Aketa has that story from one of the nation's most festive neighborhoods, Dyker Heights over in Brooklyn. Hey, Em.
Hey guys, good morning from me and just a few of my friends. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas across the country and especially in this decked out portion of Brooklyn. But there seems to be a serious shortage of this guy here. Giant beloved Santas from one retailer in particular have grown difficult to come by, leaving customers scrambling, doing everything they can to fulfill their wish lists.
'Tis the season to deck the halls for the holidays, and nothing brings more Christmas curb appeal than a giant Santa and sleigh in your front yard or on your roof. But this year, there may be fewer St. Nics coming to town. Customers say some popular giant Santa decorations, as highlighted in the Wall Street Journal, are missing from store shelves, like this viral 9-foot LED Santa sleigh and reindeer set from Home Depot, which has been out of stock online and hard to snag in stores, too.
Most Home Depots don't even carry them, so it is that rare.
Oh my God, I can't believe we found it.
And this massive 8-foot version of Santa that was available just last year, reselling on eBay for over $2,000, leaving many desperately seeking Santa. According to Retail Me Not, the magic of Santa is part of a growing trend. Consumers leaning into nostalgia and meaningful traditions this year, which for many means the bigger, the better.
People aren't necessarily just chasing this decor, they're chasing joy. And of course, who isn't going to smile over a big, large Santa?
Some items may be harder to come by because of rising tariffs. An estimated 87% of U.S. Christmas decor comes from China.
Manufacturers were honest that tariffs did add that cost pressure this year, and so some bought less in inventory.
When it comes to Christmas, Dante Holmes and Cynthia Hamilton go all out, decorating their 3-acre lot in Richland, Washington.
We like to go big.
This year, they contacted reps at Home Depot in an effort to find the Santa giants on their wish list, but ultimately came up short.
Hey, can you check every store everywhere in the United States? And he couldn't find any of the giants.
Still, they say nothing will put a damper on their holiday spirit as they continue to spread Christmas cheer.
We work around it. We add other stuff and then make it all work.
It's really, really fun to see families come back over and over and over again.
All right, so Em, I mean, if someone watching or listening, if they haven't been able to get their hands on one of those giant Santas, is there anywhere else they can look?
Yeah, absolutely. Even while the viral sleigh may be sold out, there are lots of iterations of our dear friend Jolly Old St. Nicholas at Home Depot and other retailers as well. Check Lowe's, Hobby Lobby. There are also dedicated Facebook pages focused on tracking down some of the seasonal favorites. Some people even open to making trades. I should note that we reached out to Home Depot for comment, but didn't hear back. But even if you don't have one of these giant Santas in your yard, as we all well know, his magic is still all around us, guys.
Always, Em, thank you. You've got one of those giants.
I had a 14-footer inflatable, put it up, took me forever, like Clark Griswold style. And then it blew down into a rose bush, and just I tried to gently pick that. There it is.
Oh my gosh.
That's mine. I tried to pick it up gently, and it shreds. No. Now I can't. I'm having a hard time finding another one.
Well, to the
point of destroy. It's destroyed.
Can you just tape up, like do some surgery?
No.
Scrub in?
No. It's not the spirit of Christmas anyway. I have a line on a 12-footer though.
All right.
I got a guy.
You one of those Facebook groups?
It's all Long Island.
Yeah.
It's all on Long Island.
Well, may the odds ever be in your favor. Coming up, Waymo moving to address safety concerns that surrounded self-driving taxis. Some even driving by stopped school buses. The details just ahead.
All right, plus Olympic excitement is in the spotlight after a historic weekend for U.S. figure skating stars. Kaylee Hartung is here and is taking us to the ice.
Hey, guys, world records are being rewritten by the biggest stars in the sport, only raising the stakes for what's ahead. So coming up, we will show you all the highlights from the U.S.'s dominant performance in the last major international competition ahead of the Olympic Winter Games. Stay with us.
Oh, we are back, 7:40, and we're back with a story that is sure to get you excited for the Winter Olympics, which is now, by the way, just 59 days away.
American figure skaters dominated at this weekend's Grand Prix final in Japan, the last major international competition before the U.S. Olympic trials.
NBC's Kaylee Hartung followed the action on the ice, joins us with the highlights. Hi, Kaylee. Morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. If there was any doubt whether or not U.S. skaters are primed and ready for the upcoming Milan Cortina Olympics, look no further than the show that they put on over in Japan. It was gold medals all around.
History once again. He isn't just competing, he is redefining this sport.
Less than 2 months until the Winter Games ignite in Italy. U.S. figure skaters soaring to a jaw-dropping weekend at the Grand Prix final. Carving up the ice to the tune of 3 gold medals and setting the stage for what could be a record-setting Olympic spectacle. 20-year-old reigning world champion Alyssa Liu gliding to gold in women's singles. After finishing 6th at the Beijing Games and stepping away from the sport, the California native's high energy and high flying routine proving she's back and better than ever.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit sweaty, a little hot, but I'm feeling pretty good overall.
Adding to the American medal haul in Japan, married super duo Madison Chalk and Evan Bates grabbing gold in ice dance.
Lovely blade control through the transition.
Their record-setting 7th Grand Prix final medal. Another skater eyeing the Olympics, the quad god himself, Ilya Malinin.
And a chance to extend his win streak that goes back more than 2 years.
Once again, rewriting the record books. The 21-year-old phenom from Virginia becoming the first skater ever to cleanly land 7 quads in a single program, leaping into first after yet another spellbinding routine.
This is a once-in-a-generation skater.
I'm going to take some time to try my best to keep on working, keep on improving, and for the next competition.
And now, with final preps for the Winter Games well underway, a star-powered U.S. squad brimming with confidence prepares to take over Italian ice.
A huge congrats to our American skaters on their strong showings in Japan. And back to Alyssa Liu for just a second. Savannah, I know that you love her. We might remember back in 2022, she was just 16. She decided to retire from the sport. She wanted to enjoy her teenage years, but she has rediscovered her love for it. She said Japan was one of the top 3 crowds she has ever skated before. She looks like she's having fun out there, and the crowd loves her.
I know, she's skating with joy. And the quad god, I mean, if you're going to call yourself a god, he's backing it up.
Go do godlike things.
Wow.
Living up to it.
Unreal.
Kaylee, thank you.
Thank you.
Squad looks good. By the way, we're going to get to see the talents of the quad god and Isabella Vito in person because they will be here live this Friday, taking to the ice at the iconic rink here at Rockefeller Center. And of course, NBC and Peacock, your home for the Winter Olympics. The opening ceremony will be here before you know it. February 6th.
All right, let's go over to Al, get another look at the forecast. Hey, Al.
Hey, guys, good morning. We are looking at a lot of wet weather in the Pacific Northwest. Big moisture plume coming in. That's going to hit the Northwest. Then there's another one. This is going to be a direct impact on Washington and Oregon. Heavy rain, landslides, flash flooding. A clipper storm continues for the upper Midwest. We are talking some places up to 12 inches of rain, and that could cause some major flooding problems. And we're looking at heavy snow in the Cascades. We're also looking at that heavier snow as that system moves across the plains into the upper Midwest with upwards of 8 inches of snow from Duluth to Green Bay. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. And that's your latest weather. Thanks, buddy.
All right, this is usually the moment we do Pop Start sneak peek, but today we're doing a little something different. We're calling it Pope Start.
Pope Start.
Can you explain?
That's right. Well, let me try and explain. Over the weekend, I had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Pope Leo, the first American pope. I was invited to be a guest with my wife, Siri, by Michael Bublé, our current coach on the show The Voice, also a fellow former Catholic altar boy. Bublé performed for His Holiness at the Vatican's Concert for the Poor. It was in front of 3,000 people, a beautiful choir, orchestra. It was one of the most inspiring musical events I've literally ever seen. We had a chance to present Pope Leo the day before when we met a photo of our 4 kids. We asked the Pope to pray for them. A day later at that concert, I got a chance to speak to the Pope for a second time. And Jenna, wherever you are, you'll love this. I was racking my brain. What do I say to the Pope now, getting to meet him twice? And I thanked him for... You're not going to believe I'm about to say this. I thanked him for a book recommendation. The book that I'm currently reading was recommended by the Pope when he was coming back from Lebanon on the plane. He recommended the Practice of the Presence of God by Brother Lawrence. So I said to him, thanks
You didn't wait for the movie for that?
No. I'll wait for Jenna's recommendation for the movie. But the Pope, I was like, I'm reading the book. And he goes, oh, good. I was very happy to hear that I was reading.
See, miracles do happen.
It was a miracle. We also had a tour of St. Peter's Basilica, and it was closed, but we saw a small film crew, and it happened to be Chris Pratt.
What?
The actor. Chris was there, sanctioned by the Vatican in a film crew. He's doing a documentary on the, there we were with Michael and his wife, on the tomb of St. Peter. So that's coming out in 2026. So we met him, and we walked through the Holy Door, which is a door that's only open during the year of Jubilee for every 25 years. That's the door. We got to enter. So all this just incredibly inspiring weekend in Rome.
What an experience.
With the plays and the Pope and the Vatican. We're all
Your
so
faith
kind,
is so
special.
important to you.
Yeah,
it's your first time in Rome, first time at the Vatican. It must have been so meaningful.
It was more than meaningful. It was inspiring. It was overwhelming. It was all the things, and I wrote about it in a little essay. That's a quick read that we'll put up at NBC.com.
That's Carson's experience.
But there is a real photo of us with the Pope, but we haven't got it cleared yet. But I promise you this happened.
It's got to get cleared by the Vatican?
Proof soon.
Got to get cleared or all lightning bolt will come down.
Yeah,
Carson's essay, by the way, again, today.com. It's really moving essay. We want everyone to check it out.
That's terrific.
Thank you. Thank you to the Bublé family for having us.
All right, just ahead, speaking of Jenna, she's here with the booze.
I sure am. Act of God that got Carson reading. I love it. Okay, if you love the holidays and surprise proposals, you don't want to miss this one. But first, these messages.
Oh, we're back. Jenna's got a booze.
Sure. Okay, guys, how much have y'all loved having the return of our neighbor, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Every year it brings a certain kind of magic to Midtown. But you know what else it brings?
What?
Romance. A lot of proposals, future fiancés dropping to one knee left and right. Just take a look at what's happening down at the rink recently.
Is this like a 24/7 stream of these?
I don't know, but wouldn't that be fun? I'd watch it.
Yeah,
Romance everywhere. Yo, that was just 3 of the proposals that have gone viral from
By the way, if your boyfriend asked you to go ice skating at Rockefeller Center right before Christmas,
and then didn't
get
propose?
a manicure.
By the way, and then doesn't propose?
No, forget it.
It's
Ice skating sales might have just gone down. I mean, that's a lot of pressure for a guy.
But it is so romantic.
It is
I mean,
beautiful.
driving in this morning with that tree, it's pretty magical.
Oh, wait, look,
Maybe it's about to happen.
They're all being proposed to.
All right.
If we watch eggs hatch on a live cam, we can watch.
I
We should.
Let's do a proposal cam. Why not?
Not a bad idea.
Still ahead. Mila Kunis is going to stop by. She will join us live this morning to tell us all about joining the newest star-studded Knives Out cast. But first, your local news weather and these quick messages.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, Arctic blast. Millions waking up to even more winter weather.
Never seen this much snow this early, so it's not a good sign.
A fast-moving system delivering bitter cold temps and even more snow. Al's got your full forecast. Then slow your roll. New details on a major announcement from the driverless taxi service Waymo, now issuing a software recall following a string of close calls.
Waymo just drove around the school bus.
The full story straight ahead. And Jingle Bell Shop.
Presents are the best way to show someone how much you care.
Looking for ways to save this holiday season? Our outside-the-box tips and tricks for finding the best gifts for your buck. All that, plus Mila Kunis live in Studio 1A.
Will we see you there?
No. We're heading back to paradise.
Could people have survived?
And a huge toy takeover on the plaza. Coming up today, Monday, December 8th, 2025.
Why don't you love me?
ghost me, leave me on red.
Today is our anniversary.
Hi to my grandkids. Love you, Camden, Sawyer, and Amelia. Sisters trip. Celebrating Carol's 70th.
From Raleigh, North Carolina, on our baby moon.
Before welcoming our first baby girl.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Love breaking some news out on that plaza. Welcome back to Today. Nice to have you along with us on a chilly Monday morning.
Glad you're starting your week off with us, folks.
All right, let's get right to your news. 8 o'clock, millions of Americans are waking up this morning to yet another blast of brutal cold. Temperatures 5 to 15 degrees below average east of the Mississippi today. Even colder temps expected to follow later this week. And this, of course, follows a weekend of winter storms and heavy snow, causing major accidents from the Midwest to the Northeast. Some areas of South Dakota and Iowa got more than 8 inches. So a lot for Al to feast on in the weather department.
That's right. Good morning, guys, and good morning to you. And you can see 14 million people, mid-Atlantic states, we're talking about winter storm advisories, winter storm warnings, especially throughout Virginia. As you can see, this precipitation moving in and then changing all to snow. We are expecting anywhere from 3 to 8 inches of snow from Beckley, West Virginia, all the way just to the west of Norfolk. So it's kind of crazy to think that Richmond, Virginia has more snow. We'll have more snow than we've had here in the Northeast. Right now, that wintry blast, it feels like 24 in New York City, 0 in Des Moines, -9 in Marquette, 19 as you make your way into the Mississippi River Valley. For this afternoon, wind chill. It's going to feel like 3 in Syracuse. Temperatures will be dropping into the 30s and into the mid-20s in New York City. Down in Norfolk, 30 degrees in Columbus, but a wind chill of 13. Temperatures start to get a little more mild as we get toward the end of the week. Chicago by Wednesday, you're 39, 50 in Charleston, mid-40s in New York City. But then look at next week. Colder than average for really the eastern half of the country. Nice and warm out west. But in the meantime, winter is going to continue, guys, here in the eastern half of the country.
Okay, buddy, we'll come back to you in just a few moments. Meanwhile, President Trump says the proposed merger between Netflix and Warner Brothers Discovery could be a problem because of the size of the combined market share. The president says he will be involved in the decision about whether the government should approve the $72 billion deal. Last night on the red carpet of the Kennedy Center Honors, President Trump expressing some skepticism.
Netflix is a great company. They've done a phenomenal job. Ted is a fantastic man. I have a lot of respect for him, but it's a lot of market share. So we'll have to see what happens.
The merger would put 2 of the world's biggest streaming services, Netflix and HBO Max, under the same ownership. President Trump says he will consult some economists before the deal gets his stamp of approval.
Now to a major announcement from Waymo, the robo-taxi company now saying it will issue a software recall amid growing safety concerns over its self-driving cars, including some alarming incidents near schools and school buses. NBC's Liz Kreutz following that story for us. Liz, good morning.
Hi, Savannah. Good morning to you. This software recall comes after several reports of Waymo vehicles not stopping for school buses, including when lights are flashing and children are getting on and off. It's happened so much in one Texas school district that administrators there are now calling on Waymo to temporarily cease operations during some morning and afternoon hours when kids are using the buses.
This morning, the driverless vehicle company Waymo pulling a major U-turn, issuing a voluntary software recall for its fleet after close calls like these. The robo-taxis captured driving through school bus stop signs in Texas with children just feet away. The Austin Independent School District now saying there have been 20 violations since the start of the school year, releasing videos showing Waymo's ignoring buses with the stop arm extended. Even before the recall, the company began rolling out software updates to fix the bug that caused its driverless vehicles to illegally pass school buses.
Waymo just drove around the school bus.
The problem was first identified in October when a Waymo drove past this school bus in Atlanta as children were hopping off. That incident prompting a federal investigation by the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration. The district in Austin now asking the agency to partially ban Waymo's operations during the morning and evening commutes, writing the company's software updates are clearly not working as intended, adding we cannot allow Waymo to continue endangering our students while it attempts to implement a fix. It all comes as more videos of Waymo's questionable driving are going viral.
This area flooded and my car is driving in the middle of it.
Last week in San Francisco, one passenger's driverless ride tried to navigate a flooded parking lot.
Oh my God.
Just days earlier, a Waymo drove right past an active police scene as LAPD officers were walking toward a suspect on the ground with weapons drawn. While Waymo says no injuries have been caused by the software issue, the company's co-CEO previously acknowledging a human fatality involving a robotaxi is inevitable.
You know, we don't say whether, we say when, and we plan for them.
Now, in response to the school bus issue, Waymo says they do not plan to cease their operations. They point to their data, which they say shows their cars are involved in 12 times fewer injury crashes involving pedestrians than human drivers. And they add that they're going to continue to analyze vehicle performance and make any necessary fixes. Savannah.
Liz Kreutz, thank you.
To the NFL we go. The Kansas City Chiefs have made the playoffs for the last 10 years in a row, but that streak is in some serious jeopardy after a loss to the Houston Texans on Sunday Night Football.
0 in goal line offense.
He's got it here. Dario Ogunbowale to the goal line. He's in for the touchdown.
Houston taking the lead midway through the fourth quarter. They would go on to win it 20-10. The Chiefs now moving to 6-7 on the season. Their playoff hopes starting to slip away. They can still make the playoffs.
No poker faces there.
Some other things have to happen. There were some dropped passes last night that shouldn't have been dropped. Chiefs just aren't looking like the Chiefs. Meanwhile, those Eagles.
Yeah, they play tonight.
Yeah, they look bad and they look good.
All right, good. All right, let's go. We don't sound so sad about it. Oh, my God.
They look great. They look great.
Carson's over there working on Pop Star. What's in your pot?
Guys, we've got a packed one, including new looks at 2 long-awaited returns of some TV shows people are excited about, both Paradise and Peaky Blinders. We'll tell you what we know coming up.
All right. First, though, savvy shoppers getting creative to save some serious money on holiday gifts this year. NBC's Brian Chung is here to show us how it's done. Hey, Brian.
Hey, morning, guys. If you missed out on Black Friday deals, no worry. There are still some ways to get some tariff-free deals out there and discounts by doing secondhand shopping. We'll give you all the tips on the other side right here on Today.
And every time it rains, parents from heaven.
We are back with today's Holiday Consumer. The countdown to Christmas now just 17 days away.
Yes, according to the National Retail Federation, Americans are going to spend around $890 for the holiday. And this year, an old trend is making a comeback. 60% of shoppers say they will give secondhand shopping a try.
Wow, all right. NBC's business correspondent, Brian Chung, is here with everything we need to know. Brian, good morning. So guys. We've been talking about thrifting for a long time now, but why consider going secondhand this holiday season in particular?
Well, I mean, beyond the fun, right? I mean, I love going to the thrift shop. Always fun kind of seeing what kind of finds you can get there. But look, when it comes to the amount of people that are saying they're interested in secondhand shopping, it's pretty high. 60% according to a recent ThredUp survey saying they're open to secondhand shopping in part because of tariffs. Obviously, if it exists already, then it's probably not going to be tariffed because it's not getting imported into the United States. So some platforms that people can use to do secondhand shopping, you don't even need to physically go. You can shop online at ThredUp, Poshmark, as well as Depop, a great place to get things like apparel, shoes, and handbags. But another thing that people might not realize is Amazon resale. In fact, a lot of people don't even know this is part of a website. Things that get returned to Amazon, you can get at a 25% discount.
Never knew it.
Things like tech, furniture, kitchen appliances. I mean, it's a great way to get the same thing you were looking at anyway at a discount. And by the way, Faya, this is a really cool browser extension you can add. If you're searching for something, let's say a toaster, it'll say, hey, you can buy a secondhand option or a lightly used option for 20, 30, 40% off, and it'll tell you right in the browser.
The Amazon resale thing, just going back to this really quickly, you just go to Amazon.com and there's a tab?
It's a separate website, so it's Amazon resale. If you just Google it, it'll take you right to that website, and you can look for items, and it'll give it to you 25% off in some cases.
You know, we didn't play Thrift Shop as the bump-in music.
That was a missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. So if you are planning to maybe buy secondhand, what are some pieces of advice you might have?
Yeah, well, some good categories generally that you could get secondhand for a good discount. Certain electronics, again, a lot of these things will be lightly used. If you're buying from a company like Best Buy, in some cases you can even get them certified, pre-owned with a warranty. So if there's any issues with it, you can send it back. So if you have concerns about, I'm buying it secondhand, not an issue in some of those cases. Sporting equipment as well as musical instruments are great things to buy secondhand because they're so expensive new in many cases. But hobbyists, they love to take good care of their items. So in many cases, they're probably going to take care of that guitar car, maybe that old soccer post, very well. Holiday decor is a great thing to buy as well. Ornaments, in fact, even the entire artificial Christmas tree in some cases. And then wooden furniture is also great. You want to stay away from upholstered furniture because there might be unwanted bugs, maybe dirt in there, but wooden furniture, generally a great thing to do. All you need to do is sometimes just buff out a few scratches.
Okay, so those are the things that are safe to buy secondhand. Are there things that we should perhaps avoid buying secondhand?
Yeah, so in addition to upholstered furniture, things like, for example, car seats, helmets, anything for safety. You don't want to buy those things secondhand. You don't know how used it is. You don't know if it's going to offer the protection that you're looking for. Vacuum cleaners, those are really tough to clean out. So yes, you might be buying something that looks in good condition, but the insides might be all jacked up. So just make sure you're mindful of that. Yeah, look, you know, some of those things, they just don't work like they used to. And then home smart devices. People have logged into them. They might have their accounts still linked up to them. It's probably something you don't want to then link up your own personal information into if you buy it secondhand. So maybe stay away from home smart devices as well.
Okay, and you've got a last tip on earning cash back toward discounts.
Yeah, so broadly speaking, for anyone that's going out and shopping, if you're going to be spending a good amount of money, then cash back is a great way to make sure you're maximizing those rewards. A lot of these credit cards, they offer these cash back rewards. And also, there's a new partnership between Rakuten, which is one of those shopping rewards platforms, as well as Bilt, which is one of those rental rewards platforms. They're actually teaming up with each other so that you can even use shopping purchases to go out dining or even actually book a workout class. It's a really cool way to make sure you're getting the best rewards. And PayPal, 5% cash back on buy now, pay later. I always tell people buy now, pay later. You want to be mindful about it. Don't forget what payments you have due. But if you're going to be using those products, at least get a little bit of cash back for it as well.
All right.
Thank you.
Best time of the morning.
All right, let's get to our gently used pop star today, guys. First, a little weekend box office recap. It may feel all holly and jolly, especially around here at 30 Rock, but spooky season is hanging in there. This scary sequel just scored a major win for the weekend.
I think we've come pretty far, considering what we've been through.
How's Abby?
Some days she's good. Some days she misses her friends.
This story.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This is from our sister company, Universal Pictures. It topped ticket sales, $63 million domestically. Wow. It even broke some records, notching the biggest opening ever for the weekend after Thanksgiving, and also the biggest theatrical debut for any horror movie in the month of December. Wow. So there you go. Next up, one of our favorite TV shows around here, me, Craig, and Uncle Al, Paradise. Sterling K. Brown is back in the first teaser for the return of Hulu's hit sci-fi series, picking up with Brown's character venturing outside the bunker.
I need to find my wife.
The world outside is simply no longer survivable.
Could people have survived?
We need to know what's out there. Can I tell you a secret? Something no one else knows.
It's never just about the bunker.
I mean, no spoilers, but this is brilliant because now that they're outside the bunker, now it opens up all kinds of possibilities.
Universe.
Yes, great. Paradise.
Season at a time.
Season 2 is back on February 23rd. Next up, Peaky Blinders. Tommy Shelby is back. Netflix has released a first look at the movie follow-up to Cillian Murphy's dark drama series, revealing with a new poster the film will be called Peaky Blinders: The Immortal Man. Netflix also sharing some pics of Murphy's new co-star, a smiling Barry Keoghan. So here's where the story picks up. In the chaos of World War II, and Tommy Shelby is driven back from his self-imposed exile to face his most destructive reckoning yet. The future of the family and the country are at stake. Whoa. Dun, dun, dun. That's expected to hit select theaters before it starts streaming on Netflix in March. Next up, Miles Teller. On Friday, the Top Gun star was flying high at his alma mater, returning to his Florida high school, where they announced the dedication of the Miles Teller Theater. Whoa. The actor and his wife, Kaylee, presented a check during the assembly, donating $50,000 to the Citrus County Education Foundation. And the Whiplash actor even put on a performance for the kid. He showed off his drumming skills with the band. Not my tempo. Again. That's going to be a tough school assembly to top. Very cool story there. Again. Guys, speaking of school days, Timothy Chalamet's up next. He's also returning to his young roots, channeling this moment immortalized on the internet. Well, at a recent fan event in Brazil, Chalamet proved he still got the moves. Roll it. There he goes. He still got the Soulja Boy dance moves that made him popular back in that viral video.
So that was him?
That was him, yeah.
Oh, wow.
In that
I didn't
video.
know that.
Yeah.
Kids, that was
the kids, yeah. That video, one of them was
Is that a thing that
Chalamet.
like everyone knows?
Did
but
y'all
us?
remember
Did you
that?
know that?
I remember the Soulja Boy, yeah.
The song, or you remember the
All right,
Timothy
guys, let's plug this TV show. Let's get to the big one. Yeah. Let's not litigate this thing here on live TV. Finally, The Voice. Guys, we're back. More playoff tonight. The finale's next week. We're getting down to it. We've got an inspiring performance from artist Ralph Edwards, a.k.a. Wreck-It Ralph. He's covering Donny Hathaway's A Song for You, which not only got all the coaches to stand up, but it got Coach Snoop moved to tears. Here's a little bit of it.
Where there's no space and time, I loved you for my life. You're a friend of mine.
I'm just going to show you that much. I want you to see the whole performance because you're going to watch it tonight. It's tonight. That's Wreck-It Ralph. Every time he's on stage, that's pretty much what happens. The Voice airs Mondays on NBC and Peacock. You can enjoy that one tonight when you watch Savannah's Family.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph is a beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
All right, guys, still ahead. Look who's here. The very busy, always delightful Mila Kunis, live right here in Studio 1A. She's teaming up with Daniel Craig in the new Knives Out movie. We're going to talk about that. Also, talk about her passion for just a good murder mystery in general as well. Wow. We'll do that after local news, weather, these quick messages. Toy Drive Spectacular. Mila Kunis, she's serving as our honorary elf this morning before she tells us about her role in the next Knives Out mystery. These folks from South Carolina brought me a great lizard sticking hat.
That's cute.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
Lizard Thicket.
Lizard Thicket.
You went to Lizard Thicket for your hometown store. I love a Lizard Thicket. I've been there many times.
That's right.
Oh, you got one too?
Did you bring Savannah one too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love Lizard Thicket. Oh my gosh, amazing.
Oh, wow, you brought them
in Eagles colors too.
That explains it.
Wow, got a lot of, it's a whole hat collection over there. By the way, I want to thank Kid Craft for donating 100 Uptown Espresso Play Kitchens and Shimmer Mansions to our Toy Drive. And remember, there's plenty of time for you to get involved. Just scan that QR code or head to today.com for details.
Hey guys, speaking of toys, check this out. We got our very own Innovators Toyland here. It's packed with friends, including some talented kids and our good buddy Kate the chemist.
We love Kate.
We're going to have a little fun with them in just a little bit.
And on the third hour today, we have an exclusive reveal for you today. Time's Entertainer of the Year.
I love that. Plus, we're excited for our fourth hour friend, Brooke Shields is here. She always has some fun with us, and we're going to be chatting with Darren Criss about his first ever Grammy nomination.
Nice. Oh, guys, I'm going to take my hat off. Can I take a minute to say,
of course you can.
Happy birthday to my little boy, Charlie. Charlie. There's my little Rocky. He's 9 years old today and the light of our lives. So we love you, Charlie.
Hey, by the way, Charlie shares a birthday with someone else who's very special.
My second favorite boy on earth.
Our fearless leader, executive producer Tom Mazzarella. Celebrating a birthday. So happy 30th, Maz.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Maz.
He is a beautiful human.
Only the best people born on December 8th.
Yeah.
And Maz, you are the best of the best.
Love you.
We decided to give him one of his favorite treats. Look around. Look what we got for you, Mazzy. Katie Lee Beagle's famous
Katie Lee!
peanut butter balls.
Yum.
Happy birthday. Your favorite chocolate peanut butter balls.
I know, Katie.
I heard you like that more than cake.
I do.
He loves those balls.
Thank you.
Right? He loves them.
Oh,
Thank you.
Katie.
I'm sorry. I live with the third grade boy. I had to do it.
Nice.
Okay.
Savannah's also 9 today.
I love it. I love it. All right, Mr. Oka, before we get in any more trouble, how about the weather?
Isn't it amazing that I had nothing to do with it?
By the way, Savannah also looked at me when I
did.
said it.
I'm
so proud.
You left me hanging. You're my girl.
Well, I didn't want to double down on the balls.
Okay, and yet you just did.
We are back. It's 8:36 with Mila Kunis. She's, one of the stars that you'll see in the highly anticipated third installment of the Knives Out franchise, Wake Up Dead Man. So Kunis, she plays a police chief teaming up with Daniel Craig's detective Benoit Blanc to solve a seemingly impossible murder. Take a look.
You're the only one on stage with the Monsignor at the time of his killing. And you had prior possession of the wolf-head figurine attached to the murder weapon. And you're the only one at that church who hated his guts.
I don't hate any guts.
But it's literally impossible for anyone to have done this, so I don't know what this is.
Oh, but she would. She'd no me. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
I was just telling you, I really enjoyed this latest installment. Is it true that you kind of said yes to it before you really knew exactly what it was about?
Yeah. Yes. Well, yes. So I only work. I shoot a movie during summer.
Okay.
Or I shoot in LA. And they called and they went, hey, Rian Johnson is going to shoot a movie over your summer break. And I went, I'm in. And they're like, no, you should probably meet with him.
Yeah.
Or read the script. And I went, okay, sure. So I went and met with him, and we had a lovely breakfast, and I was like, okay, I'm in. And he goes, you don't have the offer. Read the script. And so I read the script, which was given to you with like an iPad, with a passcode, with an app, I mean, it really was like under a lock and key.
Yeah.
So I read the script, and we got on a Zoom, and I said, yeah, I'm in. And that was it.
As you were reading the script, were you trying to figure out who the killer was?
Yeah. If I could have fast forwarded, like skip the pages, I would have. But you couldn't physically skip ahead, like that fast.
Yeah.
I'm not a person who has the patience to be like, no, I was like really enjoying I was like, no, I need to know who did it and how it was done.
Is it also true that you maintain there should be a Knives Out like all-star?
Yes.
So what would that look like?
So it's not just my idea. This idea was hatched between Edward Norton and myself. And we both were like, there should be like an Avengers type of Knives Out.
Oh, I like this.
Like, we all come,
yes.
of all the parallel universes or whatever.
Yes.
And I think if I recall, it was pitched, I mean, we've pitched a lot of things to Ryan at this point, but it was like, okay, and then we do like a live murder mystery. And
this is good.
As this is happening, one of us die, whatever, people keep dying and so forth.
I feel like you have the power to make that happen.
I absolutely have no power whatsoever. But let me tell you, I am trying, okay? Because I loved working on this movie. I loved working on the project that everybody was so excited to be a part of.
You do have power over something in particular in Los Angeles, your Homeowners Association.
Oh, my God.
In all of your free time, Mila Kunis is the president of the Homeowners Association.
Yeah.
Why?
Also, I didn't know this story was going to become what it became.
Yeah.
So, why? Because no one else wanted it.
For good reason, usually.
It's a really thankless job.
It is.
And I'm going to start a petition where, like, as a homeowner, as a head of the Homeowners Association, I want to thank all other homeowners, members of the Homeowners Association and the presidents for all their hard work, because no one ever says thank you. All people do is complain. All I get is complaints all day long. No one ever goes, you know what? Thank you so much for anything, ever. Sometimes I text my friend.
By the way, this must be a hell of a Homeowners Association, because you're hot. You're very angry about it. Are they complaining that much?
Because recently I had to text my friend who lives in the neighborhood, and I was like, you need to reply to my email to be like, thank you so much, so that I can encourage other people to acknowledge my email. No one acknowledges emails, by the way. They think it's a mass email, so I don't get an acknowledgement. I worked hard. ChatGPT and I worked really hard at putting that email together.
If you're watching and listening right now and you're part of Mila Kunis's the Homeowners Association, say thank you.
8 household HOA. It's only 8 houses.
It's only 8 houses. You're complaining like that over 8 houses. Before I let you go, reality TV. I hear you're a big fan.
Sure.
What's your go-to? This is where you say Dateline.
A Dateline. I wouldn't call that reality TV. That's reality TV.
Oh,
no, that's way too highbrow for me.
Oh, you're more of a housewives.
Yes.
Which one?
Beverly Hills. I mean, I've really stuck with that one. I've watched all of them at one point or another, but I've really committed myself to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
What else are you watching right now? Any other shows?
Yeah, I'm watching Selling Sunset, but that show's now become just watching it for the homes.
Okay.
Like I also am a voyeur of, I love looking at homes, like window shopping. So there's an aspect of that, and there's also, of course, drama and crazy outfits. Yeah. But those are the two. Love is Blind, I just finished.
Wow. Savannah loves that one, too. She loves it.
But I have heard that next season's going to be way better.
Based on what?
Needs to be.
Based on the fact that I go to school with somebody from that show.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I want all the deets.
Okay.
And so they said next season's going to be better.
Okay.
This is such a...
This is my favorite place, guys. I feel so professional, just twirling in the chair back and forth.
We didn't even get a chance to talk about the kids or Ashton. Everyone's good?
Everybody's good. Everybody's happy. We took the kids to New York last spring break and gave them the best taste tour of New York City. And so for the first time ever, I was a tourist in this and I've lived here, but I never did all the touristy things, and we had the best time.
Mila, thank you. And good luck with the Homeowners Association. Best of luck. The movie, again, it's fantastic. It's called...
The movie's great, guys.
Wake Up, Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. It is in select theaters now. It's going to be on Netflix this Friday as well. Mr. Rocco.
Hey, guys, we have to travel to our North Plaza to check out the Innovators Toyland we've got going on here. Some of the coolest toys and games of the holiday season. But first, this is Today on NBC. All righty. Well, welcome back here to Today, and all in all, we are in an exciting spot right now. We are at the Innovators Toyland. It's not just big, it is life-size. It's an interactive holiday experience from our sponsor, GE Vernova. Its goal, inspiring young thinkers and creators through STEM toys and focus on giving back. Scott Stracek is the CEO of GE Vernova. Scott, good to see you.
Thanks for having me on the show.
So okay, let's talk about this. Why this incredible situation you've got here?
Well, we want to inspire future leaders to get excited about electrifying the world, and it starts with fun, it starts with experimentation, and this is really a culmination of a week of giving on our part to try to encourage the next generation of innovators.
And I hear you've got some really exciting news to share.
We do some big news. This process started last Tuesday on National Giving Day, in which we challenged our teams around the world to donate STEM toys on a Toys for Tots auction, and in one 24-hour period of time, our teams donated over 23,000 toys, in which we set a new Guinness Book World Record for the most toys donated in one 24-hour period of time. Really exciting.
That is amazing. All right, Scott, thank you so much for what you guys at GE Vernova are doing. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And in fact, we want to go inside now, and we've got one of our good friends here teaching us all about science. They're going to teach using a life-size STEM toys. Our good friend, Kate Bieterdorf, who is better known as Kate the Chemist. All right. And we've got some friends.
We do, yes, back here. So this is our light bright. We're going to start with this one.
That's a giant light bright.
Isn't it amazing? So the light bright is for our littles, kids ages 4 and up. There's a white light in the background, and then there's these plastic pegs that filter the color through. So what's really neat is our eyes don't see just like yellows and blues and whites, because our brain blends this all together. So we see images of elves or hearts, and just like a pixel in a computer. Isn't that cool?
All right. So now we're going to go inside.
We're going to go inside. And what's awesome about this is every single toy inside this tent is all based in science.
Okay.
So kids aren't just learning. Yeah. They're not just playing. They are learning. They are learning how to be a scientist, how to think like a scientist. They're experimenting, innovating. It is amazing. So here's our next one.
Are these circuits?
Yes, this is circuits. This is called a snap circuit. So these are for kids ages 8 and up. And so how this works is there's these little plastic pieces with these metal snaps on the back.
Right.
They snap into the board, and they create a closed loop circuit.
Wow.
So while kids are playing, they learn about electricity, how there's a direction of flow. So if they put it in the wrong way. The circuit's not going to work. They learn how you can use electrical energy to power lights and make noises. You can do a flying saucer, which they just did over here.
Very cool.
And the best part about this is the science here is exactly what we use to power our world's energy grid. This is how we power our planet. So if the kids learn this at age 8, imagine what they can do at age 20.
All right, let's talk.
Next one.
Okay,
You
the
got
Slinky.
over here.
The Slinky.
The Slinky. I could do an entire physics class with a Slinky. It's essentially a spring. You can learn how energy works, how waves move. If you do it down the stairs, which we're doing over here, we can convert our potential to our kinetic energy.
How do it know?
Which we see everywhere. It's the same science as a ball rolling down a hill. You can do all amazing things with a Slinky.
Okay.
All right, Al, we gotta go.
The classic.
Right
The classic. The Rubik's Cube.
My favorite one, the Rubik's Cube. This is for kids ages 8 and up. It is a puzzle. It's colorful. It's nerdy. And it's not just like something you're willy-nilly solving. There are 43 quintillion configurations here. So it's all about algorithms, moving things in a certain circuit, moving things in a certain way. So fun. This is all about science and learning.
In fact, I think we've got a Rubik's Cube expert here.
Yes, Lucy, where are you over here?
Okay, what's your name?
Lucian.
Okay, Lucian, can you do that? And I think you can do it in 20 seconds. Okay.
Go, go, go.
Go. Look at it. All right. Boom. Boom. He's still going. Still going.
Amazing.
Still going.
You got it. You
still
got it.
going.
You got it.
Still go. Yeah.
See,
yeah.
it's very specific
I can
moves.
see.
It's a pattern. It's a sequence.
Uh-huh.
It's all about the logic, so it's not random. You're doing amazing. Look at this. Go, go, go.
Wow.
He's got it. He's got it. Look, he's almost there with the yellow. It's super normal to get to the very end and have just like 2 that aren't perfectly assigned. So just make sure perseverance.
Okay,
Don't
it's
give
so
up.
close. He's getting there. All right, guys, tell them what they're working on that Rubik's Cube. We love to see future engineers and scientists in action. To learn more about GE Vernova's mission to inspire the next generation of STEM innovators and to take part in today's toy drive, all you got to do, scan the QR code or head to today.com/shop. Hey, boom! Yes! 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 Right under the wire.
Good job.
All right, Savannah.
I'm so glad you mentioned shopping because Chassie Post is here and she is about to reveal our newest Shop Today Holiday Slay Box. It will help you slay your gift giving. See what we did there?
Yeah.
These go fast. Get ready. But first, this is Today on NBC. We are back with our Holiday Slay Box. Shop Today's newest curated box. It's perfect for the season. It is packed with winter skincare, hair care, jewelry, all at a big discount. You will get everything you're about to see for $149. That is 68% off, plus free shipping. Hallelujah. Shop Today contributor Chassie Post here to take us through what's inside. Scan the QR code on the screen. These go so fast. So take it away, Chassie.
All right. So, Savannah, as you said, everything you see here on the table is in this box here. It's a $460 retail value, but we're getting it for $149 today. And yes, you got to move fast on these.
Okay.
All right. So let's start with our first item. So this is from a brand called Valoon, and this is a flat iron. It's retails for $149, just this flat iron alone, which is the price of the entire box.
Yeah.
So this is a great deal. And what we love about this is you can see it's got this checkerboard pattern, and it gives you great volume right there at the root. So it kind of gives a little crimping underneath.
So it looks like crimping, but you hide it under and it kind of fluffs up your hair.
It gives body and volume. And you can choose from one of these different colors, and it comes with a little case and a brush and clip.
Can you use it as like a normal straight iron if you want, or is it just the crimping?
Okay. And you get lots of great volume. Okay, so this is another high-ticket item. So here we have these gorgeous 2-carat studs from Anna Zuckerman. Retails for $125. So again, almost the price of the box. And these have gone viral, and I totally get why, because they look exactly like real diamonds, and they're high quality. They're also waterproof, and they've got these backs here, the no droop backs.
Oh, I love that.
That are great. So it really makes the stud look really beautiful on your ear.
Okay.
Okay, so now we've got some luxurious hair care. So this is a trio, and so this is from the brand Lucetta Beauty, which actually won a Shop Today Hair Award. So you've got the full-size products. You've got the rice water shampoo, rice water conditioner, and the rice water hairspray. And this gives so much fortification and helps to, reduce the look of split
I like the
ends.
packaging too.
I do too.
Not for nothing.
And so this is a great set. We're also getting a great brand, Sexy Hair. So this is a volumizing spray mousse. So you also use this on your roots, on damp hair before you blow dry.
And blow dry, and then do the crimper thing.
Yeah, and then do the
Your hair
crimper
will be
thing.
big.
Hair will be so voluminous and fabulous. And this helps to fight against for 48 hours for humidity, so you can use this all year.
Okay.
So we got some incredible skincare. So this is from a brand called Plant Therapy. So they're so nourishing. You've got essential oil. So first we've got their body essential oil, which has squalene, and it's got, argan oil, and I mean, just feel that.
These old hands.
I know, and it's so nourishing, and it smells so good. Sandalwood and vanilla, and we also have their facial oil, which I love.
This
face
feels so
oils, right?
luxurious,
Feels so
especially in
luxurious.
winter.
Okay, so everybody loves the Grace and Stella eye patches, right?
Oh, you know who loves an eye patches?
I
Greg
know.
Melvin.
Yes, he does, and they're the #1 bestseller on Amazon. And you pop these in the fridge in the morning. Even I use them this morning.
Yeah.
They're miracles. Use them in the morning and at night. So you get a pack of 48 there.
Wow.
And then, last but not least, we have from Essence these super peptide lip treatments. You're going to get 4. You're getting 4 different colors. I mean, it's got peptides and everything you need to make your lips just luscious and also nourished for the winter weather. And I mean, these are just great. 4 different colors. And
So do you get to pick the colors when you order the box?
You get all 4 colors
Oh my
in the
gosh.
box. And I
What?
mean, as we said, everything we talked about here in this one box.
How much?
$460 value for just $149. And these go really fast.
Listen, we can't tell you how to live your lives, but shop today, holiday sleigh box. Scan that QR code. Go to today.com/boxes. Today we'll earn a commission on purchases made through those links. We're back with another festive box in our 3rd hour. But first, your local news, your weather, these messages.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.